Good evening, family. I hope that you're good. Hope that you're well. Let's do a quick book review of the book Revival If by Rod Parsley. Revival If by Rod Parsley. It's such an interesting book. It speaks to revival. It speaks about revival. What is revival? What revival is not. And it does touch briefly on the historical events that have taken place in the past as far as revival is concerned, but it particularly focuses on the church in America, so the church in the United States of America, to say how the revivals that are mentioned, how they then spread out and reached America. It speaks about revivals from Europe and other parts of the world as well, and how they got to reach America. This book is particularly I would say it is for the American audience, more specifically, but it does not only speak about or to the American church as well. What I love about the book, stemming from the title of the book itself. The title says Revival If, and that revival if stems from the book of Second Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14, where God says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their evil ways, then I will hear from heaven, I will heal their land, and etc etc. And so it speaks in detail about that verse. It says, if my people, and it speaks a lot about who are God's people called by God's name. It speaks about if people who are called, God's people who are called by God's name, humble themselves. It speaks a lot about humility and how humility is necessary for the birthing of revival. It speaks about humbling ourselves, praying. Speaks about how prayer is very important in as far as revival is concerned. Praying, seeking God's face, and turning from our evil ways. Then it says that then revival will spark. Then we will see revival. And I love it because while it says if we pray and humble ourselves, pray, humble ourselves, seek God's face, turn from our evil ways, then revival will come. It does not say that now all these things are meant for us now to now as believers. These things are meant for us to then be entitled and feel like now we are the result of a revival happening. It says we do need to do these things. We do need to pray. We do need to seek God's face. We do need to humble ourselves. We do need to turn from our evil ways. But I love the fact that it says, but it is God in his sovereignty who then decides that now is a time to revive such a people in such a way. And I love that about the book, to say it clearly shows that revival is a matter of God's sovereign choice. God then begins to say, now then is the time for this particular revival at this particular place. It does not mean that we shouldn't pray. It does not mean that we shouldn't seek God's face. It does not mean that we should not turn from our evil ways. We should. That is our part. That is our responsibility. But those things should not cause us to then think that we are then the originators. We are then the reason why there is revival. We are experiencing revival. But it is God who chooses in his sovereignty that we are going to experience a revival. It's quite an interesting book, and it makes a lot of reference to the book titled Why Revival Tarries. And I think it's one of the books that I will be reading immediately after this one. Since I've finished this one, it's one of the books that I will be looking into buying and reading, because this book, Revival If, this book making mention or making reference of the book Why Revival Tarries, it already sparked the curiosity to say I have to get my hands on the book that is titled Why Revival Tarries. And so I do recommend that you do read this book, Revival. If it is it is quite an interesting book. It speaks about revival and it goes in detail. So if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their evil ways, it speaks about how we have to do those things, first of all as a people, meaning individually, then as the church, meaning corporately. Oof, it's so powerful, and it's very coherent, and how the chapters just run through together, and the chapters just speak one language. Everything is just, it just comes together so beautifully. That's what I love about this book. It is so well written. It's about 200 and something, 230 or 240 pages. It's a very long book, but it is so interesting. It's one of those books that you just keep on paging through. You can't just read just one page and then think, no, I'll see it another time. It's one book that you just want to keep reading. You don't want to put it down. And so I do recommend this book, on that is on revival. So this is the first of many book reviews that I will be doing, and I will just be reviewing the books that I've read. I've read a lot of books. I've been an avid reader since my even primary school years, even pre-teen years. I've been an avid reader, and I think it is necessary to bring in this segment into the channel, the segment of reviewing books that I've read. And I think it's necessary to have this disclaimer to say I'll only be reviewing biblical based Christian books, particularly on this channel. If there is a need, or if I do so see fit, or I am so led to review other books that I've read, for example 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and other books as well on leadership, on business. If I so do feel the need to branch into that as well, I will. But for now, for the purposes of this channel, I will be reviewing Christian based books. Does this mean this channel is now turning into a book club of some sort, or a channel where we review books? Certainly not. First things first, I am a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I will continue to teach, I will continue to preach, I will continue to encourage everyone who continues to watch to continue to pray as well as read the word. This channel is about prayer and the word. So if books are biblical, if books so lead us to a place where we desire more of God, definitely I will feature and review them on this channel. May God continue to richly bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and shalom.